This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Tuesday from the Off the Wall Mancave. It is the Jason Walker Show. Got a weekend recap on the way. Big wins for the Cats and the Grizz. Also, talk to Helena High coach Dane Broadhead, your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, and a lot more fun stuff on the way. The show you can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeart, Podcasts, Apple, Google, wherever you get your podcast, JasonWalkerShow.com. You can also watch it on YouTube, True Social, Rumble, and JasonWalkerShow.com. Am I forgetting one? I think I'm good. Hope you had a great weekend. What a great couple of days of weather we've had. Oh, it's been fantastic. Got out and golfed Sunday and Monday. Was yesterday the last round of the year? I don't know. Hopefully not. But it was fun. And hung out with the little one, my wife. Watched the Bobcats on Saturday night destroy Idaho 38-7. That defense for MSU is looking really, really good, although they lose Danny Yu to ACL. Had an interception against Idaho and got it hurt on that return. But, yeah, that Bobcat defense, you give up 10 or less, your offense is putting up almost 40. That's pretty good. The walk-up brought to you by the Montana Disabled American Vets. They have volunteered and serviced for us. You should volunteer and serve them, our heroes, our fantastic men and women of our armed forces. They need driven around to their appointments and back and forth. DAV puts on over 1 million miles a year, and you can volunteer at mtdav.org. It was a big weekend in football. A lot of games Thursday night. We'll start with Billings West beating Great Falls, number 3 over number 5, 42-28. Golden Bears unbeaten at 7-0. And started out with a 21-0 lead. Matt Ludwig 3 scores. Steele Harris ran a kickoff back for the Bison. But Billings West, Golden Bears rolling at 7-0. Top-ranked Gallatin shut out Belgrade 41-0. They're 7-0 are the Raptors. And back-to-back games, they've won by 41. Belgrade's lost 5 straight. Gallatin's got West and Skyview coming up. That West game's going to be really good. Bozeman bounced back into the win column after losing 3 straight, 41-7. The game was tied at 7, and then Bozeman reeled off 34 unanswered. Quarterback Cash Embry, who recently announced preferred walk-on at MSU, rushed for 2, threw for 2. Butte hammered Hellgate 55-20. Butte will now host Helena High Thursday night, and we'll talk to Dane Broadhead about that. But Butte on a roll right now. Carson Pania, the running back, 3 touchdowns, all in the first half. Colton Shea, 21-27 passing, 261 yards through the air, 3 scores. Senior beat Skyview 39-20, 6 touchdown passes. Hello. Nominee for Auto Concepts Performance of the Week for Ryder Murdoch. 3 each to David Leffelt and Jackson Dixon. That's a big win for the Bronx, who improved to 3-4. Glacier rolled Flathead, no surprise there, 56-zip. Jackson Presley, 3 touchdowns through the air, ran for 2. Capital on Thursday beat Missoula Big Sky 35-7. 6 straight wins for the Bruins. Merrick Mahelish ran for 1, threw for 1. Cole Graham also scored. Walker DeRozier again scoring. So, very good Bruin offense and defense right now. Mentioned Helena beating Sentinel 20-17. Mac Lundstrom, Jackson Leeberg hook up 3 times. And the Bengals win at Carroll. Class A, Frenchtown rolled over Ronan. 4 total touchdowns for quarterback Brody Hardy. Lewistown beat Miles City. Columbia Falls shut out Libby. Big Fork beat Browning 68-7. Havre knocked off number 4 Laurel. Havre's won 2 in a row now. Maybe 3 in a row. 27-20 for the 5th-ranked Blue Ponies. East Helena just blitzed it to Lockwood. Jack Taylor, 3 touchdown passes in the first quarter. Hayden Wright with a big run. Good to see him back. Kyler Kleplet with a couple of rushing scores as well. And the Vigilantes, 4 wins on the year. And Jack Taylor is on quite the roll. The last 3 games, 15 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Whitefish shut out Steve I, 48-zip. Other games, Dillon beat Hamilton. Glendive beat Sydney. Class B, Florence Carlton keeps winning. They have now won, 5 in a row? 6 in a row? After losing to Jefferson to start the year. 17-zip over 6th-ranked Eureka. Mason Arlington, a couple more touchdown passes. 5th-ranked Red Lodge over Roundup 68-6. Loyola beat Thompson Falls 33-10. Loyola's won 3 straight to move to 4-3 overall. Manhattan, big game, top-ranked Tigers beat 9th-ranked Three Forks 33-16. And Manhattan remaining unbeaten on the year. That Michael Stewart at quarterback is very, very good. He's fun to watch play. Anaconda shut out Whitehall 40-zip. Ryder Anderson, 2 pick-6s. Remington Boussard had a scoop and score. Jefferson, big over Big Timber. That was Thursday, 48-0. Luke Oxart with 3 touchdowns in that one. Tyser Zodi, the sophomore quarterback, threw for 2. Panthers now 6-1 at top-ranked Manhattan this coming week. Going to be a good one. Chinook beat Sealy Swan. Sealy's lost a couple now. Sugar Beaters won 4 in a row. Deer Lodge beat Twin 48-14. Weibo beat Forsyth 52-36. Weibo was 0-4 to start the year and had scored 2 or less in 3 of those 4 games. They're now 2-5 each team. St. Ignatius beat Arlee. Fort Benton rolled Shelby. Fairview over Scobie. That was a close one. Top-ranked Fairview. 28-20. Cascade beat Shoto 38-34. Superior over Charlo 60-12. Let's see here. Ennis over Sheridan. Ekalaka over Poplar. Sims beat Rocky Boy. Custer Hysham Melstone over Reed Point Rappelejay 42-6. And Centerville beat Roy Winifred 56-7. And it was Villiers over Sunburst in that one, that matchup, 40-8. Let's see here. Anything from Saturday that stood out? Valley Christian shut out Plains in 8-man. Danny Stoltzfus, the quarterback for Valley Christian, 2 touchdown passes, a rushing touchdown, and a pick-6. 7 of 8 passing. That's pretty good. Westbury Grenor beat Freud Lake 58-42. Dylan Wade, 8 touchdowns for the Thunder, who are now 4-3 on the year. Through 2, rushed for 6. Wow. That's moderately good. And Box Elder, second-ranked Bears, got past Power Dutton Brady 72-47. Torrey Stiffarm Rosette, 8 touchdowns, 407 yards through the air. Wow. Trayson Gillot had 4 of those touchdown catches. Wow. Oh, man. Montana State, big win over Idaho, 38-7, Tommy Mellott. It's nice to see he's not running as much as he used to, and he's running smarter. He's not turning upfield to get the extra 1 or 2 yards. Instead, he's running out of bounds. Stay healthy. But that running back duo, Adam Jones, Scott Trey Humphrey, very good. And Montana State's defense, wow. They are lights out. Because Idaho is a really good football team. They were ranked, 7th, 8th? Townsend, by the way, shut out Columbus 42-0. Good win on senior night. We'll talk to Joe Horn tomorrow. And then Montana, the Grizz, with a big win. And escaping Northern Arizona at home. It looked pretty stressful there for a while, as the Grizz trailed by double digits early. They showed up, though, later. Grizz scored on 4 of 5 second-half possessions to start the second half and got the 31-20 victory after being down 28-7 at the half. No, that's not right. They were down 20-7 at the half. There you go. But very nice to see for Grizz fans. Are you still nervous, though? I mean, the defense didn't give up 50, and the offense didn't have to score as many as 50. Logan Fife ran for 3 touchdowns, all in the second half. He also passed for 1. But the Grizz staying there and getting the win, and that's a big win. Let's see here. Other football we can tell you about. Well, that's volleyball. Here we go. Here's the football. Frontier Conference. Good stuff. Let's see here. In the polls, Western up 1 to number 6. SOU up 3 to number 10. College of Idaho up 3 to number 12. And Tech, after its loss at Western, drops 3 to number 15. Western beat Tech 27-21. Southern Oregon rolled Rocky 54-14. College of Idaho over Arizona Christian. Eastern Oregon held off Northern. And Andy Peters keeps doing it for College of Idaho. 25 of 32 passing, 355 yards, and 5 touchdowns. It's pretty good. Players of the week in the Frontier, Peters from the Yotes. Braden Swank, defensive back for Western, and kicker John Mears of Western, who I think was also the NAI Player of the Week. So there's some good football being played in the Frontier. This week you have number 10 Southern Oregon at Arizona Christian. Western is at Rocky. College of Idaho travels to Havre. And Eastern Oregon is at Carroll, with Simpson at Tech. Carroll 3-0 in the Frontier. College of Idaho, Eastern Oregon each 3-1. SOU and Western 2-1. Tech 2-2. ACU 1-3. Northern 0-3, and Rockies 0-4. So, yeah. Should we do our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week? Man, that's tough. Ryder Murdoch, a senior, 6 touchdown passes. But East to Helena keeps rolling. Man, Jack Taylor's on the roll. We mentioned 15 touchdowns, no interceptions in the last 3 games, or 2-1 in that frame. Let's see here. Anaconda's defense pitching the shutout, scoring 3 touchdowns defensively. I think we got to go further down, though. I think we gotta share this one. I really do. Man, where's it at? There was 2 of them that I was keeping in mind. Where are you at? Where'd you go? Let's see. No? Where do you... I had them. I had 2. Oh, goodness. Well, we'll come back to the Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, because I got to find it. And I had it, and now I can't find it, because I apparently forgot what I was doing. Let's see here. Where did you go? Is it here? No. Oh, here it is. Man. Westbury Granora's Dylan Wade and Box Elders Torrey Stiff Arm Rosette are going to share the Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, each with 8 touchdowns. Stiff Arm Rosette threw for 8, but Dylan Wade threw for 2 and ran for 6. So they're going to split it. Westbury Granora's Dylan Wade and Box Elders Torrey Stiff Arm Rosette will be our dual Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. It makes sense with what they did. 8 touchdowns each. Man, that's impressive. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll check in with Helena High coach Dane Broadhead. His team has won 2 in a row. And just when it looked like everything was going to be bad for the Bengals, all of a sudden it is back to being good. Still under 500, but still with a chance to make some noise with wins in their final 2, including at Butte Thursday night. And the walk-up brought to you by the Montana DAV. Volunteer to help out our disabled American vets. They need appointment or driven to their appointments. You can help do it. Over 1 million miles put on each and every year by the Montana Disabled American Vets volunteers. You can be one of them. Help them out. mtdav.org. We'll return to the Off the Wall Man Cave. We'll talk to Dane Broadhead from Helena High. We have On This Day in History, the walk-off, and a whole lot more still to come here on a Tuesday. It's the Jason Walker Show.
For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting, as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Casey Damon is a sixth-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places, from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. We kidding. We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
The world is a vampire.
Bring you back into the Off the Wall Mancave. Little Smashing Pumpkins on a Tuesday. Don't smash people's pumpkins. It's not nice. The segment of the Jason Walker Show brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. On this day in history, the walk-off, and much more still to come on this beautiful October the 15th. But it is beautiful for Helena High right now. Bengals won 2 straight, including a big win Thursday night last week at Carroll College. And joining us to talk about that victory is the head coach of Helena High, Dane Broadhead. Dane Broadhead, the Jason Walker Show. Well, we were just talking about one of our all-time favorite movies, that if you win a game and then you win another one, that's 2 in a row. And if you win 3 in a row, that's called a winning streak. And you guys are very close to that, Coach. How are you?
We are great. Anytime you can start your day talking about a great movie like Major League is a great start. And yeah, I guess at this point we are one away from what we refer to as a winning streak.
Yes. Big win last week under the lights at Carroll. First off, describe the environment and what it was like to play under the lights on the turf at Nelson.
Man, I thought it was awesome. Obviously, hadn't spent, much time there recently or played there recently. I think we went back and said it was 2014, maybe 2015, Crosstown the last time we played there. So it's been a minute. No, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a great environment. The turf's awesome. The coolest part is the lights. So whatever lights they bought, those things are really, really nice. It's a nice venue. I was pushing, telling people that that's where all the state championships should be hosted at some point. I thought it was that cool of a place to play football, but no, it was great. Great place to play. Cool atmosphere, and then obviously a big win for us at the end of that ball game.
Well, for you, I mean, you spent a lot of time in that stadium as a player and coach and all sorts of stuff. But when you first stepped onto the turf at Nelson, does it bring back memories of, man, I wish I'd have had this when I played?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I truly think that the grass, the frozen tundra, if you will, I think it was an advantage when you got late in the playoffs and you're playing teams from down south and different things like that. But I mean, the turf is nice. It looks nice. It's clean. It's, it looks fantastic. I know with them with softball and soccer and things like that, I'm sure it's a big upgrade for those deals, where you can get games in and not worrying about the surface and stuff like that. So I think from Carroll's perspective, it's a really nice addition, a nice upgrade. But I don't know. I'm always, I guess, probably a little partial to a really nice grass field, but I also see the benefit of turf, so I see both sides of it.
Dane Broadhead, the Helena High football coach, joining us, Jason Walker Show. He was a winner in the Dane Bowl, a very good football game between you and Sentinel, and kind of what you'd expect between two very good, storied programs.
Yeah, it was. It was a very physical game. Our kids got beat up a little bit. In fact, we lost a couple guys early that, we scrambled a little bit and then kind of settled back in. It was a good football game. It was big plays. It was defense. It was special teams. It was momentum swings. It was, kind of just a back and forth deal. And luckily we found a way to get it done down the stretch. Mac has the big throw to Jackson, late in the game to kind of ice it. And then we get a pick on defense to seal the deal. There were a couple situations, couple deals that could have went both ways that, we caught some breaks and made enough plays down the stretch to get a win against a team that's always really well coached and really competitive.
Was the third touchdown from Mac to Jackson, that was the opposite corner of, same end zone, but opposite corner of Paul Hart, right?
Man, I think it was same side of the field, opposite end zone. I want to say Paul was going into the scoreboard, but man, that was 10 years ago. So I don't know. My memory's not as good as it maybe once was. Not that I'm that old, but man, I honestly would have to go back, and it might have just been the other side. I honestly don't remember, but yeah, back corner was cool. A bunch of the kids, in fact, my kids were down in that corner and they were pretty jacked about it. My nieces and nephews were up from Idaho Falls to catch the game, and they were right there when he caught it. So that was pretty cool where it happened.
It's a great connection between Lundstrom and Lieberg. I mean, you can't get much better than that. Big plays, like you said, but Tell me about the Spartans, because Jace Kashatka is very good. Ran for one, passed for another. That's a great player that the Spartans have.
Yeah, he's a good one. Obviously, like we talked about leading up to that game, a dual threat guy. I thought he played his butt off. I thought they've gotten a lot better, watching their film and then obviously seeing them live. I think they're a team that's getting better as the season progresses, which you would expect from them. Like I said, they're very well coached. It's a program that's had a lot of success for the last 10 years. So that wasn't a surprise. They were probably a little more physical than I thought they were going to be. I thought they had a good game plan. And like I said, that game could have went either way. I was just proud of our guys, finding a way. We get the big punt return from Grayson Sylvanen down the stretch. And then Brady Swenson steals it with the interception at the end. So just enough plays from our guys to get it done.
Another Thursday night game this week. You guys Thursday head down to Naranchi, one of the best places, if not the best place in the state, high school-wise, to watch a AA game. Butte's on kind of a roll, too, as they won again, beating Hellgate. They've got a really good balanced offense, and it starts with Colton Shea, their quarterback. 261 yards, 3 scores last week, and he's got a ton of weapons.
Yeah, they do. They're and I think you nailed it. They're very balanced. People think of Butte, they think of spreading it out and throwing it all over the place, which they're still doing at times. Yeah, the quarterback's obviously really good. He's got some really good weapons outside, some guys that can stretch the field, that catch the ball really well, that, they run their quick game, their quick screen game like they've always done very effectively, but they're running the ball really well too. The back, number 11, is a good kid. Downhill, a little undersized maybe, but hard to tackle, runs well, sees the field well, has great vision. So, they are. They're balanced. They're not just throwing it all over the yard. They're running the ball effectively, and a tough matchup. Yeah, they present some problems for you defensively.
And then they also have Hudson Lutke, Hunter's brother, but a couple of L's in this league that are fantastic. Of course, the dude down at West, Ludke, Lieberg, Lundstrom. If you have an L name, it's going to be a good game this week.
Yeah, Ludke's good. He's the real deal. He's been a thorn in a lot of people's side for a while now. Seems like he's been there for like 8 years, but he a good player playing both sides of the ball. The downhill will come and hit you on defense, and then obviously on offense, he's one of the better pass catching threats in the state. So, definitely a guy that we've got to corral and keep in check on Thursday night.
Dane Broadhead joining us, Helena High football coach. What's the message to the guys as you head into a historic stadium? But it's not the stadium; it's the fans that can get on you, and they are football fans in Butte.
Yeah, they are, and it's the message yesterday to the guys was, you got to embrace the environment, the opportunity to go play there. Really cool stadium, and like I told them, I said, if you allow it, it'll get rocking, and it'll be something where you find yourself in a tough situation, in a really tough environment. Be a little unique playing on Thursday, MEA. I imagine they'll still get a good crowd. They typically do, but like I told our guys, it's very important to start fast. It's very important to come out and try to find a way to build a lead to kind of, keep that momentum from rolling. So we've been on both sides of that. We've been in that building where, we've jumped on them early and gotten out to a big lead and taken care of business. And we've been in that building where just the opposite has happened and it's steamrolled on us. So we've definitely been in both sides of it. And it's important to start fast in the first quarter on Thursday.
You bring up the MEA conferences. So the kids have 2 days off this week. Teachers are supposed to be at meetings. It's an educational deal. But how do you balance that as a coach, a teacher? I mean, because you're balancing a lot this week with 2 days off, a football game on an off day, and then conferences.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we're in a position where, I think we've got enough built in. I actually don't mind the Thursday game this week. It gives us an opportunity to give our guys a little more recovery time. Obviously we can come in on Friday and watch the film with them. We don't have to do anything on Saturday with them. With not having school, you have plenty of time to get your other stuff done. So I think it's a nice, nice couple days where school, kids can get caught up on school if they're behind. Like I said, they'll have a little more time to recover before the Big Sky game. We get an extra day, an extra day of prep for us, so we're not scrambling as coaches. So I actually think we're in a pretty good position, and it actually comes at a pretty good time in the season.
It is National Grouch Day today. Is that a Dane Broadhead description?
Grouch? Well, like you said, we're almost on a winning streak, so probably when we were sitting at 1-4, I was probably a little more grouchy than I am right now. But no, I try not to be. I try to be pretty positive and pretty upbeat with things, just generally in my day-to-day life.
Saw you last week dropping the kids off. How is Grandma's doing with the shoulder surgery?
Yeah, I think she's doing all right. She's, obviously that's tough, especially, when you're at that age, it's a little more difficult. But from what I understand and what I'm hearing from I get a lot of my information from the boys. So it's, coming from 6-year-olds, but it sounds like she's bouncing back and doing all right.
Hey, did they participate in homecoming festivities last week, like dressing up and jerseys and colors and all that?
Oh, heck yeah. They're all about that stuff at that age. That's a big deal. And it looks like what, Red Ribbon Week's coming up. Maybe, is it next week? Maybe 2 weeks from now or something like that. So more opportunities for them to, wear their goofy socks and stuff like that they love.
Okay, I got to ask. So between you and the boys, is it like me where, 30 years of this business where I have a lot of logoed polos, be it radio stations or sports teams? Is that basically your guys' wardrobe?
Yeah, I mean, my wardrobe's it's all Helena High stuff. I mean, there's so many Bengal shirts and this and sweatshirts and stuff like that. And they're getting to a point where they're starting to accumulate a lot of that stuff too, and then they're, getting into that stage where they're starting to get, their shirts and stuff from leagues and camps and stuff like that. So it's a lot of like sports centered clothing, I guess, if you would.
All right. So when you go on a date, so my wife is very particular about this. She doesn't want me to wear anything that's logoed. Just once she wants me to wear like a regular polo that's plain. Do you have any of those?
I do have a few. I've got a few, obviously that I wear to work and stuff. So, it's not necessarily all Helena High. I mean, I could go weeks without wearing anything but Helena High stuff. But, I got a couple in the back of the closet that I can bust out for date night.
They smell like mothballs back there.
Yeah, you got to run them through the dryer with the dryer sheet just once to get the smell off them. You bet.
I've always wondered, like Coach Van Diest, all those years at Carroll, all the Carroll gear. When you go to a different job or retire, what do you do with all that stuff?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, he had to have just dozens of them. I mean, and Coach was a polo guy. We've gone away from the polos, on the sideline and stuff. It's more the little quarter zip things, kind of new stuff that Nike's pumping out. So, but no, Coach was a polo guy, so he's got to have just boxes of them. I don't know if Heidi packed them all up and they moved them to Sioux Falls when they moved this fall or this summer, whenever it was, or if he had to get rid of some of those. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because if you coach one place and then, he spent a year at Northern, so then you're wearing Northern gear. What do you do with that? And then it's just, there's a lot of clothes.
You turn it into a blanket or something like that. You see people cut their shirts up and quilt them into a blanket or something. Who knows? Who knows what you do? Or just give it away, maybe. I don't know. Those guys would have to have a lot of stuff, I imagine.
The nice thing about growing older, Coach, is you grow out of certain things because your waist expands. So that skin-tight shirt that I had from 1994 doesn't quite fit the same.
I feel you. The stuff from the early 2000s is out. There are very few shirts that I can still fit in comfortably these days. That's not necessarily a good thing.
Okay, before I let you go, do you still have any of your old jock straps from when you played?
I think those were out too. I can't say I ever wore one of those. I think those must have died in the 80s too.
You didn't have to wear a jock? Like in gym class?
No.
Oh, we had to do jock straps in gym to make sure you had it on.
No, never had to do that. It was like the compression shorts by that point.
Wow. But didn't you play baseball too? No cup?
Yeah, no, I was an outfielder and a pitcher. I'm left-handed, man. They didn't let me play shortstop.
They didn't let you play anywhere close to where the ball's going to be.
Nope. I was banished to the outfield.
Well, I'm glad we got through this with no interruptions like last week.
Verizon worked today.
Yes, it does. No hackers. Good luck on Thursday down at Naranche, and we'll talk next week before this regular season finale, before you guys play Big Sky.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Dane Broadhead, the head football coach at Helena High. Always fun chatting with him in the Off the Wall Mancave, and the Bengals and the Bulldogs. Thursday night from Naranche. Man, that's a great environment. And I've called some high school games there. Called flag football state championships there a year ago, last fall, and just amazing. The views. And I don't know if my favorite is Memorial Stadium with the old Great Falls High right there, or Naranche with Butte. It's tough. I like them both. We'll take a break. We'll come back when we return on this day in history, get you set for tomorrow, and wrap things up on a Tuesday. It's the Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Rutgers Furniture.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rutgers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rutgers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rutgers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Casey Damon is a 6th-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377.
There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena.
Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Who we kidding? We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from the Lundy Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Always available at jasonwalkershow.com and also jasonwalkermedia.com. So also where you can check out Continental Divide Radio, the music of your memories. Also the TuneIn app, the Odyssey app. Alexa, play Continental Divide Radio. You can also download the free Continental Divide Radio app at the Apple App Store. Heard the Smashing Pumpkins driving home today before the show, so little Smashing Pumpkins for us on a Tuesday. And good day to you. We'll get on this day in history coming up. Man, we're looking for some snow this week. Thursday and Friday, the Gallatin, Madison County Mountains, Centennials, the Absaroka, Beartooths, 6 to 12 inches. Yeah. Westerly winds, it'll be breezy, highs in the 40s and 50s. Snow levels Thursday, 3,500 feet. Diminish by Friday, but mountain passes could see some snow. Thought it would be our first kind of snowfall of the season, right? Let's see here. You get anything? Frontier back in action this week. Oh, I did see this in volleyball. Former Bobcat Lance McCutcheon been added to the practice squad for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And started with the Jets. They waived him before the season. And then was back on the practice squad in New York after the Texans had him for a bit. So, yeah. Let's see. Anything else? I don't think so. It's a pretty good week. Good weekend. And had a lot of fun. Hope you did too. Just a great... Got to see my friends... Mitch and Karen from Adaptive Performance Center here in Helena. They were up for the week, and they're going to be starting a podcast about veterans And it'll air Monday nights on Continental Divide Radio at 6 p.m., and it's going to be all about veterans with Mitch and Karen, and the care, the love they have for vets, unbelievable. Met them, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, and they are fantastic people. So if you are a vet or active duty, you can go into APC in Helena or Billings and check them out. And good stuff. Good stuff. They're doing some remodeling at APC, but looking forward to that podcast on Monday nights at 6 on Continental Divide Radio. It's gonna be really good and eye-opening. Let's do On This Day in History. It is October the 15th, halfway through October already. Craziness. National Grouch Day, Cheese Curd Day, Esthetician Day, Shawarma. What is shawarma? It's a Middle Eastern rotisserie method of cooking meat, such as lamb, chicken, and beef. Sounds good. Bursting with a marinade of Mediterranean herbs and spices, shawarma chicken slowly cooks on a vertical rotisserie spit. Should do their ads. This day in sports history. 1884, Charles Old Hoss Radburn pitches his 60th win of the year for the Providence Grays. 1923, Polo Grounds, New York Yankees beat the New York Giants. First World Series victory. They've won 26 since, 27 total. 1964, Craig Breedlove sets the auto speed record of 846.97 kilometers per hour. That's fast. 1968, Al Order of the U.S. wins the men's discus in 64.78 meters in Mexico City. Fourth consecutive Olympic discus title and second in a row on October 15th. 1977, Arkansas, Steve Little kicks a record-tying 67-yard field goal. 1981, professional cheerleader Crazy George Henderson leads what is believed to be the first audience wave in Oakland. Columbia beat Yale 21-18 on this date in 1983 and on the football field. Columbia would then lose the next 44 games. 1983 as well, Blackhawks, Maple Leafs combined for the fastest 5 goals in NHL history. 84 seconds for 5 goals. It was a 10-8 Leaf win in Toronto. Oh, remember where you were? 1989, Wayne Gretzky passed Gordie Howe as the NHL's all-time top scorer. Yeah. John L. Sullivan, born on this date in a different day. And I was going to get to it here in a second. He was born on this date in 1858. He was the first heavyweight gloved champion, but he was also the last heavyweight bare knuckle champion. Buddy Holly opened up for Bill Haley and his Comets in Lubbock, Texas. Got a recording contract 1955 on this date. They misspelled his last name. It's Holley. It's like Elvis's gravestone is misspelled too. His middle name, Aaron. The single Jolene, released on this date by Dolly Parton, 1973. Chris de Burgh, Lady in Red, 1949, was born. Tito Jackson in 1953. 1917, Mata Hari, Dutch exotic dancer executed by firing squad for spying for Germany during World War I. Grace Bedell, 11-year-old, wrote to Abraham Lincoln on this date, 1860, told him to grow a beard. Let's see, anything else? Charlotte's Web, published on this date, 1952. And you might remember this. Let's see if we can get to it. Maybe, maybe not. I gotta type it in again. So on this date, October the 15th, in 1988.
But the game right now is at the plate. High fly ball into right field. She is
Yep. Hobbling up to the plate, Kurt Gibson, a home run that won the game against Oakland. And it's funny when you watch that video, the brake lights that go off in the back of the stadium behind the bleachers, people were leaving early, thought the game was over because that's what they do in L.A. By the way, my Metsies rebounding big from a loss on Sunday, 9-0 to the Dodgers in the NLCS, a 7-3 victory yesterday. So all headed back to New York, tied at 1. Love it. Go Mets. God, that'd be great. Looking for their first World Series berth since 2015. First win since 1986. I think they're 2-3 in championship games. Or World Series play, rather. So, all right, let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. Big Easy taste. Oh, it's so good. It's getting chillier this weekend. It's going to be a little chillier, like Thursday, Friday. Snow in the forecast and the mountain passes. Oh, a little jambalaya, pasta Zydeco, warm you right up. Good stuff. Thanks to Dane Broadhead for joining us. And our 2 Auto Concepts Performance of the Week was Dylan Wade and Mr. Stiff Arm Rosette up at Box Elder. So, yeah, double. You throw for 8 touchdowns. You account for 8 touchdowns, rushing, passing. It's a pretty good day. Pretty good day on the football field. We'll do it again tomorrow. Kyle Mihelish, Capital Coach. Bruins have won 6 in a row. Home on Thursday. And we'll also talk with Townsend coach Joe Horn after his team's big win. At the end of the regular season, just around the corner. Playoffs just around the corner in all classifications. Thanks to our fantastic sponsors, our fans. 57 countries now. Yep. And Canada has surpassed Ireland as the second most listened or rewatched country. We'll do it again tomorrow. JasonWalkerShow.com. Don't forget Jaywalk in the mornings, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. on Continental Divide Radio. Have a great Tuesday. See you on Wednesday from the Off the Wall Mancave.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.